This is the weirdest thing I've ever done in my life. Whew. Okay. Mind over matter. Mind over matter. Matter over mind. Mind, matter. Mind your manners. Matters, manners, manners. Okay, so this is a video for you. Taylor Swift. Need some coffee? That's weird. I'm going to stop being weird. Okay, so I'm going to pretend like I'm actually talking to you. Like your face is right in front of me and I'm talking to you. And the reason I'm talking to you is because I care about you. Not in a weird way, in the way that I care about all souls who are trapped in an unintelligence agency, being brainwashed day and night from their birth and used as a sex object. And the reason is because, well, it's clear you just don't have anyone in your life who is willing to sit you down and even tell you the contradictions in what you say. And so that video you made, which was really sad because you were being sincere, I think, and I believe you're sincere, and you were crying about certain Christian ideas you thought that were Christian, and you said that's not Christian and things like that. The thing is you're calling yourself a Christian, but you don't stand for anything Christ-like, because in our world, the whole world has twisted the religion of Christianity, known as Catholicism. They're the same thing. Catholic means universal. They're the first Christians. But the whole world has turned Christianity into are you mean or nice notion, and that's very silly, because people who actually love you are gonna seem mean, because they're not being mean, but it can come across mean, I guess, because when you say the truth, if it contradicts, because it will, what you think, that's really, I guess, hard to hear, because it sucks to be contradicted. So anyways, I just wanted to explain to you really quick, I'm not getting through this fast, am I? Is that you're not a Christian. And someone just needs to tell you that. You cannot call yourself a Christian by linguistic nature. Not because I'm being mean, but because I care. And truly, I know you'll never see this. That's not true. I'm actually hoping you'll see this, because you know what? Nothing is impossible for God. So this is for you. And I'm trying to tell you that no, you're not a Christian, because if you believe in homosexuality and you believe in transgenderism and you believe in all the things that Jesus himself in the Old Testament and in the New called abominable. And why does he call them abominable? It's not because he hates humans and doesn't want them to be happy. It's because he wants them so happy that he has to give them rules. Now, rules are something you follow. Just like a game of chess, there are rules. If you don't follow the rules, you're not playing chess. And so, does it sound like I'm being a smartass? Because I'm not. I'm like, literally feel like I'm talking to my child, and I don't even have children, so I don't know why it feels like I'm a mom right now. But so what am I saying? Hold on, I need to think, because I didn't think this through at all. I just saw that video and been thinking about you and praying about you and offering up mass for you and praying to Our Lady, the Virgin Mary, because she makes us closer to Jesus, about you. And it's just like a really sad thing, because you're being brainwashed by everyone around you that tolerance means love. Tolerance means absolute destruction for any care in the world for what is called charity. Charity means love. It doesn't always mean, yes, it has the same, it means the same thing whenever you give money to the poor and things like that. But when I say charity, I'm talking about the theological virtue that is instilled in you only by God. It's love. It's real love. It is not a feeling. It is not, it's not a feeling. It is to will the good of another. And God, Jesus, in nature, in essence, in being, is goodwill. That you could replace God's name with goodwill, and He's hunting for you. Get it? Good Will Hunting. Oh my God. Okay, so goodwill, to will your good. He doesn't care if you don't like the fact that you can't eat a cheeseburger through your nose. He's going to say, hey, you're my child, and I need to make you my child. And in order to do that, you're going to have to follow the order of nature that I have created you. Don't eat a hamburger in your nose. Eat it in your mouth, because that's the nutrition and all that stuff. It is the same thing with sex. God had a plan. When He created sex, procreation, it was to imitate His divine triune divinity. That was repetitive. I could say that better. It was to imitate, reflect the actuality, because we're potentiality. He's actuality. Not actuality. We're potential. He's actuality. Actuality. Why is that the hardest word right now? Oh my God. I'm gonna smoke because I'm super annoyed with how I can't get words out. Yes, Christians smoke. They are very flawed, but that's the point. That's why you go to Mass. That's why you read Scripture. That's why you follow Jesus. It's not because Christian doesn't equal good person. To be a real Christian, you have to see that you are not a good person, because to first see that you are not a good person makes you seek goodness. And what is goodness? You start asking yourself the right questions. What is goodness? What is truth? What is beauty? What is not? What is anything anything? No. Things have order. God made order. He is order. And so when He says, don't have sex with animals, don't have sex with the same sex as your sex, because you will not produce the third person in your union. It can't. It's biologically not there. Mom and dad, child. Dad and dad, mom and mom, no child. What are they mimicking? What are they reflecting? Not God. And they're going to end miserable if they don't change their lives. They don't find Jesus. So I want you to find Jesus, because everyone is lost without Jesus. This isn't just particular to homosexuals. It isn't particular to transgenders. It has nothing to do with hatred and not wanting to love a person. It has the opposite to do with that. You're going to be unhappy if you try to eat a hamburger up your nose. It's probably going to hurt and cause all kinds of weird things to happen with your body. I don't know. That's the weirdest thing I've ever said. But the same thing is true of sexual union. And sexual union, coming together, union, triune, Trinity, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, the actuality. We, the potentiality, can only become the actuality if we put into action our free will. To will the good, do the good, and want it for another, no matter what. So it doesn't matter who even hears this, because whatever your sin is, I promise you I have delved into it deeper, and I'm here to tell you, for the love of God and for the love of you for God, that you will find that you are stuck forever in a hellish option that you chose. And that's just the truth. And God's saying, I gave you a free will because I want you to become actual. And I'll help you and do this, hence Jesus and His mother Mary. But unless you use your will to turn to His will, the one triune, divine, all eternal, no beginning, no end, outside of time, God, what was I saying? Lest you turn to his will, which is all good. By his nature, he cannot be in contradiction to anything good. And here's the thing that I wish you knew, because I hate that you're missing out. There's so much more to Christianity. And there's so much more to everything, to what everyone claims or accuses of not love about Christianity. That is so much more of love that I can't even approach the topic right now because, I don't know, call me, email me. I wish I could make this a video for everyone I've ever been friends with in my entire life. Hey friends, hey everyone I've ever known. I'm a recluse. I'm Quentin Tarantinoing, not for the reasons that everyone else is quarantining. I have been for a very long time, and I'm a recluse and go to mass every day. That's it. And I'm the worst person in the world. The more you seek goodness, the more you see you don't have it. But that's a really good habit to have it. Because when you add it, I'm just rhyming now. Because that's the only way God can make you good. He can't make you good until you know that you need to ask for goodness. Because he's not a machine. He's not a robot. He is not an invented technology. He is a wheel that wills your good. And why is the Lafayette Water people here? Oh, they're outside. I hope you can't hear that truck. So what am I saying? Yeah, so he is nothing but a will that wills your good and can will not any other thing. He wants you happy, and you are not happy. Okay? Most people, myself, we cannot be happy fully in this life. It is impossible because this life wasn't meant to be lived eternally, outside of time, actualized. It can't be. It's in time, and time means change. So, this is like the most simplest thing I can say, and it seems like you would have been told this before, but this life is not what you or any other human was made for. We were all created for heaven. But to get to heaven, you have to get heaven into you. It's not a place like spatially, in the sense that we have our resurrected bodies later. I don't want to talk about that. It's just different, and I can't explain it because I don't even know. So hold up, let me phrase this better. We weren't made for this world. Oh, because to get heaven into you, it's a way of thinking. And what does the Bible say? You said you're a Christian, which means you read the Bible. God is the what? The logos, the logic. Logos, logic. Word made flesh. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us. The Gospel of John, chapter 1. I need to end here and continue later because there's way too much to be said, and I still haven't lit this. Hold on, give me a second. And this cross on my head has nothing to do with this video. Don't think that I'm like being weird. I'm not being weird. I'm being, it's personal, so whatever. Actually, I should say, it's for my sins. This, I put ashes on my forehead because the Holy Mother of God, Our Lady of Akita, I can't say it, but Our Lady of Fatima, said to do penance, put ashes on your forehead. And all throughout the Old Testament, who was it that did it? What's her name? She cut off the head of... Anyways, it's still not important. I'm going to rabbit trails. So that's what that is. I didn't want you to think that I'm weird and I'm like, Taylor, you can tell I'm a Christian because I have a cross on my forehead. Like, that's stupid. I feel like you've never met a real Catholic Christian in your life. I'm just depressed for you. You know why? Because once in Ohio, I was driving in my car across the world because I'm from Louisiana, here in Louisiana, and I saw your bus. Like y'all were, maybe it wasn't Ohio, maybe it was Oklahoma, maybe it was somewhere, I don't know. But it was your, what is it called? Like, you know, when you go on tours or whatever. And And I said a prayer for you because I saw the bus. That was it. And it said your name on it. You probably weren't even in there. I don't know. But I said a prayer for you. And ever since, I've kind of always felt connected to you. Because prior to your new music, I thought you had a very good, sincere tune, like way back, Tears on My Guitar, and just really like sweet family things, and that was good. And now I just feel like you're being controlled. So if you need a friend who wants nothing from you but to tell you the truth, you should really, first of all, go to my channel, which I made randomly yesterday about nothing, or 2 days ago, and go through my playlist. Look up Life of Mary. There's 8 audiobooks. How you'd have time to do all this and listen to all these videos, I have no idea. But I think you should quit your job, sell your soul to Jesus, and come home. By home, I mean not earth. Heaven is our home. And Home Sweet Rome. That's a real book. That was my first book. I converted 12 years ago to Catholicism, which is Christianity, which other people will tell you is not Christianity, which really makes me mad because it's insanity. What else? There's a few things to cover. So goodwill. No, it's not bad and evil to tell a person, a human person with infinite worth to God, man, woman, male, female, masculine, feminine, together make a child. That wasn't my point. A human person created in the image of God is to reflect his Trinitarian divinity. 2 people who are of the same sex have sex. They do not create a third sex. And it is diabolical. I'm not saying everyone who doesn't love Jesus is diabolical. No, you can be of goodwill and not believe in God at all. But that won't last long. But the point is when I say an act is diabolical, when any Christian says an act is diabolical, especially that of homosexuality, because it's the most misunderstood is why I use that. Of all the sins to commit, homosexuality, I wouldn't say is the worst. There's a billion other. I mean, even a heterosexual couple is not supposed to live together or have sex before marriage. They're not even supposed to touch. Like, people are out of touch with reality. In reality, the actuality, Trinitarianality, God. He doesn't change. He's outside of time, space, and change. And so, just because the times are changing does not mean that he is. And what will be because he is who he is. I am who I am, he says to Moses in the burning bush. Please ask me questions and I will answer every single one of them. That's all I had to say because I was going nuts because I don't understand. You're trapped and people around you do not understand what they're doing. They don't understand what they're saying. And I want you to be an actual Christian. Since you said that you were a Christian, I want you to be an actual Christian with Christian beliefs. That's all. I'm the worst person ever. This is not a judgment. It's not a judgment. It is an intellectual understanding that you are not apprehending. And I can help you with that because I'm really not intelligent. I just hate contradictions and can see that 1 + 1 does not equal 7. It equals 2. And if someone says it's 5 and the other says it's 2, they can't both be right. So what was my point? Yes, the logos. This is an intellectual problem. Your language contradicts what Christianity is. Your beliefs do not add up. And God is the logos, the logic. The Word made flesh. And he loves you. He loves you so much. Ugh, poor Taylor.